4 ponies. Two more ponies. I've named those ponies. Bloody hell. Baldur's ponies are named Tinny, Maggot, Ruffian, and Wire. Mostly Belgo is taking care of them. Belgo is even more impressed than Narni. He's super shy in front of Irime and Elaris too. Narni nearly she nearly touched her head and his head. So Narni's kind of like, I got a new mother or something. But Belgo is still super shy. And it won't take long before the path turns into something else. Laris knows in what it goes, This elf path is supposed to be magically protected by the king's magic, and it's enchanted. Nothing is supposed to be happening to travelers keeping to the path. And afternoon will come, and you find yourself in something much, much darker. And the path itself becomes much more difficult, in fact, to identify as you tread your way through the woods. Try to keep to the path. You realize sometimes that it splits in 2, in 3. Which way to go. Not too much spider webs yet. More and more as the evening is closing in. The temperature drops. The light drops. Everything goes a lot more quiet. There's this dark hue in the air, greenish glimmer. Trees seems to be leaning over and listening to your steps. Everyone is trying to avoid walking on roots or disturbing the trees. The path becomes narrow and wound in and out among the trunks. Trees themselves become old, tangled with ivy, hung with lichen. And that's Mirkwood, proper now. Though this first day has passed. We'll go into journey mode now. Enjoy a little bit of the traveling mechanics, this wonderful game. So it's time to look at the fellowship sheet in actors, fellowship, and PCs. Fellowship. There you can see that you have 2 fellowship points. So that's a pool from which you can tap in during moments of rest. So a short rest or a long rest. And when you tap into fellowship, we role play it. That it's the moment where the identity, the personality of the fellowship of the group awareness rises, and there is this embolstering. There's this motivational sort of group talk, and that's when you can replenish your hope. So that's 2 2 points per session. Fellowship points replenish each session. So you know that at least you can spend each of you 1 point of hope for free. It will be replenished the next time you take a moment of rest. So and at each session it will be at fellowship points will be at full again. So at least you know that because it's only 2 of you. It's 2 points when there is 4 adventurers, 4 heroes. That's 4 points. Some hobbits have special virtues that make for more fellowship points, and some patrons as well. When you're fellowship, that can mean also not every fellowship comes with a patron, but this one does actually. She will be your patron. Yeah, Irime. So I'm going to slide her in there. And yeah, she's your patron, Irime. So Irime, and each patron comes with certain boons. Irime, as a patron, I did my math, and I was comparing her to other patrons such as Gandalf, Bilbo, Balin, Elrond, Círdan. We don't have the stats yet for Galadriel or stuff like that, or King Tangle, whoever, Beorn. All these guys, they come with nice little boons for the fellowship. And Irime, she comes with 2 points of fellowship. So you guys go at 4 points of fellowship. Which is quite big, yeah? I think Gandalf has that. I'm not even sure Gandalf has that much. So it's a pretty big bonus. And on top of that, just so you know, of course you should know, you can spend through your patron, the fellowship can spend fellowship points and to get re-rolls on certain tests. So with her, you can spend a fellowship point to re-roll any lore test. Right? She's around. Even if she wasn't around, even if, let's say, you lose track of Irime and whatever, you have to do a lore test. Just the thought of her and our memories, sharing songs and sharing story tales with her or whatever, makes for you can reroll any lore test if you spend a fellowship point. That's what Irime as a patron will do. And about the lamp, she hands it over to you, Elaris. You will be in charge of the lamp. You're to open the way with the lamp. The kindness of Arda. And this lamp is not like just any lamp. Huh? It's not just a lantern. It's beautifully wrought, silver and gold. It's not a big lamp, It's like that size, It's the size of a lantern, but of beautiful elven make. Very elaborate. And it shines bright blue. The effect of that, I can say that when you spend 1 point of hope, monsters with hate sunlight. Some of them monsters hate sunlight, just like orcs or some spiders. Not all of them, but some trolls hate sunlight or fear fire. But monsters with hate sunlight, all lose 1 point of hate upon seeing this light. So you spend 1 point of hate of hope yourself, and they all lose 1 point of hate. A point of hate is like a point of hope for monsters and adversaries. So it can be quite big, particularly when they all do lose one. And on top of that, denizens of the dark. It's a fell ability for adversaries. Some monsters are denizens of the dark. So they obvious if they have this ability, then all their attacks are supposed to be favored when they are fighting in darkness. But when you spend 1 point of hope, so 8 sunlight monsters lose 1 point of hate, and on top of that, denizens of the dark lose their favored advantage on their attacks for 3 rounds. So quite a strong artifact there. So that's what you're going forward with.
Will those? Yeah, sounds great. Will those details be anywhere for us to read?
I can write that down in chat, and you can paste.
Or you can
paste it to your journal. I can as well. Yeah. Let me create the item equipment.
There's even notes on my character sheet, huh? But you think the journal is better? Huh?
Oh no, I think I just make an item here. New item. Kindness of Arda. I'll just need to look for a little an icon of sort. For now, there is none. Kindness of Arda, and that will be in Elaris. Equipment gear. There you go. It's in your equipment, Elaris. Under your weapon armor, you have equipment gear, and near your flute, I've added Kindness of Arda. And if you click on the edit item, you can see the description.
Perfect, thank you.
And let's say that, yes, let's say that the load of that is 0. Just because it's just an awesome item.
Beautiful.
Now, regarding roles for the travel, so we need a guide, we need a hunter, we need a scout, and a lookout. The guide will be rolling travel. So I already put there who is best at what. The thing is, reroll travel. That tells us, depending on the success, the quality of the success, that tells us how far you go before something happens. And then that event is rolled randomly between the hunter, the scout, and the lookout. There's never an event for the guide. The guide is already rolling travel. So it's already a big responsibility. But you can take on multiple roles anyway. Just in that case, for example, Holden. Holden is a scout as well because you have better explore, yeah?
Yeah.
If you want to double check and compare your stats, you can always use the macro synthesis of players' characters. Do you remember this one? Did you have
on the bar across the bottom?
Yeah, you would have had to drag it from the compendium macro.
Yeah, I have it.
You have it. It's the 3 little guys.
Hold on.
This little symbol, the 3 little guys hugging. And there you can compare your stats directly. So the hunting, so better hunter is Elaris with a 2 against a 0 and a TN of 15 against a TN of 14.
You found that, Holden? I mean, Rocco.
The better scout for explore is Holden. Explore with 2. It's kind of the same. You could pick who wants to be the scout. Because your TN is better, Elaris, but your explore is only 1. Whereas your TN is 16, Holden, and your explore is 2. So the scout is for you to decide.
Maybe we could vary it. Maybe we could vary it depending on the terrain. So I could do it in the forest. I could do it in the forest. You could do it in the mountains, and we could maybe talk about it in the open lands. Maybe
the lookout is the one in charge of making camp, and mostly, taking care of the core of the group, of the caravan. Whereas the scout will be like a few steps ahead, and the hunter, hunting when it's needed. So the role for travel are more axed around just telling a story. Like we're not going to. It's not like when there's a journey event. We are not going to open a scene as such. It's more, we roll the dice. It's kind of it's a bit different, at least the way I do it. I've done it so far. We roll first for travel, then we see there will be an event in so much far ahead. We roll randomly for the event. Who is to resolve it? We roll for resolving the event. We determine the nature of the event. And once we have all that information, I let you invent the story. You guys go ahead and tell what it's about. Because we know already what are the outcomes, yeah? It's mostly about getting fatigued. So that increases your load rating, and your load goes increasingly closer to your endurance threshold. And if your load reaches your endurance threshold, you become weary. Once you're weary, every 1, 2, and 3s on your 6-sided dice count as 0. And then travel events also can even wound you if you roll a Sauron, or give you points of shadow. If you accumulate enough points of shadow to reach your hope threshold, equal or more of your hope, then you're miserable. If you're miserable, all your Sauron on your 12-sided die count as an auto failure, just like an invert Gandalf. That's it pretty much. And the nature of the event, you'll see. It's a random table. You'll see. It's fun. I love travels. It's time. Travel is really time for us to just a bit lay back and go into, the camera zooms out. We see New Zealand, like we're in narrative mode. We go third person, and we're like, you can go crazy because it's everything has been already, the randomization has been done. We know what's the effect, and it's all like material for you to base your story upon. And you can create whatever, as long as it makes sense to according to the results of the dice. Yeah. So it's a moment of for a soul to go a bit more like, it makes traveling on the map possible. in a fun way without having to go day by day or just go cutscene and meet you there. Yeah, there's still something kind of like there's a thread, but it's much lighter on role play, and it's more about just enjoying Middle Earth on a kind of macro level, looking at those teeny little guys walking in this massive universe. You know, some people do it differently. There's Jeff from Lolly. What is it? Lolly Gagging Gaming. I forgot. I love this his channel. He does it differently. He doesn't show the dice results, and you never know if you're opening a scene proper or if it's just a journey event. So it keeps the players kind of on the edge. It makes the journey a bit more, a lot more tense. So I've opted for the other way. Maybe we can test and see if we like it, and see maybe try Jeff's way another time. You know, where you roll only for travel, and then I randomize who gets the event, if he resolves it, what kind of event, and that I keep secret. And the next information you're given, you don't know if I'm opening a whole scene, a whole new scene, or if it's just a random, journey event. But for now, we'll do like I propose. So, are you? I know it's a bit. It's not really weird to have Holden. Well, he definitely needs to be the guide. Huh? If you look at the stats. Travel 3 favored, TN 16 against travel 0, TN 16. Yeah. Obviously, I was surprised at that when I first opened the book. I didn't realize dwarves were that traveled, but it totally makes sense
given that they've been exiled.
Absolutely. And then Elf of Mirkwood, they've been rotting in their corner of the forest for centuries, and rotting no, but so yeah. Go ahead, roll travel for us, and
so Holden fishes out a device from his pocket or one of his pouches.
What's going on?
And he holds it up and he goes, "You see this, lad? It's a compass. We call it a compass. It's made of a metal that is attracted to other metal found in the mountains. And we've found that if you mount it on a needle, on a needle balanced on a single point, it points directly north each and every time."
North?
It's good.
Why? Why
that means
north?
You'll never get lost.
Why not?
You know where north
west?
is?
But we are going west. What doesn't show west?
If you know where north is, then you know where west is.
I guess so. Well, we'll see then. I see that your compass is explore +1. Do you want to make that a travel +1, or you want to keep it to explore? Because explore will be useful when you scout, or which one is it?
As a scout, yes.
Yeah.
I'll keep it as explore, but I'm using it as a roleplay tool.
Yeah. Therefore.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my roll.
Awesome. What is it? A great success. Okay. So a great success. Let me fetch the oral book. Great success. It's summer when Mirkwood. I don't know if that makes much difference, but still. A great success. The event takes place at a distance of 3 x's. +1 for each success icon, so it's a +1. So 4 x's, it's 4 days, 8 days later, something will happen. because we're in dark. Normally it would happen 40 miles, 4 days, 80 miles, 4 days later. But 80 miles in Mirkwood is 8 days. It takes twice longer to travel in Mirkwood, even the cat. Even on the elf path. And not only that, but because it's difficult terrain or hard terrain, to resolve the event, it's going to be a -1 die. If you're on mountains, dense forest, any hard terrain makes for you travel half the distance, and it's -1 die to your die to resolve the event. And because it's dark lands, the journey event will be ill-favored. So you guys will have to roll 2 12-sided die and pick the worst one to know the nature of the event. So roll a d6, Rocco, to know who's going to be the target of the event. A 6 is the hunter. Uh-huh. So Elaris is our hunter, yeah? Now roll a hunting. -1 die. So, yeah.
We're still in the forest. I wouldn't have any advantage in the forest.
You do, but it's to do with every roll? No, it's combat, huh?
Just combat, huh? Yeah.
I guess so, huh?
Oh, so just a normal hunting roll. Hunting roll, yes.
Oh, you didn't take off. You have to re-roll that. It's -1 die because it's darklands. It's hard terrain.
Oh, we're in the darklands now. We're already out of the forest. Sorry. Yep, perfect. That was a shame. It was a good roll for a change.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Not
sorry about that. Virtue of the Elves. I'm just double checking the abilities.
Do I have to? Do I have to state? I want to use. Can I use hope for that type of thing, or do I have to state?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's
hope.
That doesn't make sense, because even if you added one 6-sided die, you could not reach the threshold now, the target number.
Uh-huh.
When you are in a forest or at night, you can spend 1 point of hope. To achieve magical success on a skill roll. Yeah, you can definitely turn that into a success. Yeah. If you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I will. Huh?
Sure. Okay.
Well, no, just what we are still in the forest, or
you'll be in the forest for a while, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So no, you were just saying dark lands, but
yeah.
That includes the forest.
You'll be. It will take 24 days. You estimate the journey to reach the forest gates at 24 days. So you achieved the magical success on your hunting roll. So the event is resolved, and let's look at the nature of the event. Roll 2d12, pick the worst one.
Okay.
So you can just go. There is the dice roller at the bottom. A 3. A 3. It's an ill choice. Had you failed your hunting roll, you would have lost. You would have had to pass a shadow test, and possibly lose 1 point of shadow. Anyway, success or not, everyone takes 2 points of fatigue because of this event. Now we have everything, and let's tell the story of what happened. We're in Mirkwood. You're not supposed to leave the path.
But it was a hunting roll, right?
There was a hunting roll, so maybe possibly not to fetch food. Maybe, I don't know, something happened. Maybe you ran low on water. And you had to look for a spring of clear water. Maybe your hunting role was about protecting the caravan from a predator. What happened? Tell us. What happened on your on your hunting? Hunting.
Yes. So I did.
And
go
if
from
it
the
was
past.
something, if you had you failed, it was something who would have cost you a shadow test. So something dreadful must have happened there.
Okay, but it hasn't actually happened.
Prevented something dreadful to happen. Yeah, you prevented that magically.
Okay, so I went from the path to find a spring. But that spring was tainted, and only through my magical success did I notice that. But it hasn't resolved the problem of our lack of water.
So you took 2 points of fatigue. Everyone.
So it's just been a few days of walking without water.
Tough. Ouch. Cool. So where are we with fatigue?
Luckily, we have Baldur's wine, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, he has a good few bottles left. Yeah. You guys can
but
add...
wine without water is never good.
Oh, the opposite, no? Sorry, but I can... Crazy?
Over some days, maybe.
Add 2 points of fatigue on your character sheet. That should update your load rating automatically. Yes. You see where that is, Elaris?
I've put. Oh yeah, I just haven't clicked away from
fatigue
it. I did put 2 there.
Yeah. So you see your load went up to 18. So you're 5 points away. You're one sword slash away from being weary already. Holden, I don't think he'll ever be weary.
That's the cheesy thing about dwarves.
Cheesy. Okay.
Do you have the cunning make armor as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just the load is no problem.
Yeah, and it's such a heavy armor, it's really paying off.
Yeah, the heaviest. I chose the heaviest piece of armor and made it cunning make. So
it weighs like a leather shirt, basically, you know, or a leather corset. How much is the load on that?
Much. 5.
What? Nice.
And then being a dwarf, it's halved.
What? Okay. Yeah. Round it up. Whatever. Right.
No. The total load is 12. Being of cunning make, it makes -2. So 10.
I see, yes.
And then as a dwarf, it only counts as 5.
Sure, yes. I did the, did it upside down. Okay, mighty. So we said it was 8 days. It's been 8 days. Something happened to the water. One of the water pouch, or water was missing already. Elaris didn't manage to bring back any potable water. This green glimmer has become ever darker as the days went by. The few animals, the few wild animals you see there are black squirrels, black birds, the few there are, black bats, black rats, black moth, black slugs. Everything is just black. You hear queer noises, grunts, scuffling, hurryings in the undergrowth. Among the leaves that lay piles of endless, like this endless piles of leaves. You walk through that. It's moist, murky, musty. There's very little noise, as if the forest was just listening. And the more you go, day after day, you enter those darker parts of the woods. Dense cobwebs begin to form around the path, creating this sort of tunnel. Dense tunnel with threads extraordinarily thick. They stretch from tree to tree, forming this corridor, or they're tangled in the lower branches on either side of the path and the canopy, the lower canopy of the trees. There's this sense that you haven't seen the sky for ages. You haven't felt the wind on your skin. You can't even remember the smell of fresh air. It's just this murky air. There is no light. The touch of the sun, the sunshine on your skin, you miss that. Then it's not just regular, like your organism needs this vitamin D, There's something more to it. You're having weird dreams. Elaris, for once you woke up in the night. You dreamt that Irime was being swallowed by leaves and drawn underground. And as you tried to catch her hand, it slipped, and that's the last thing you saw of her. During the day even, you're having visions. Holden, as you walk, trying not to tread on those roots, making your best to look everywhere for a spider or anything nasty to jump on you. You sort of trip on one of those roots, and you could swear that the tree moved and a branch fell right in front of your nose, as if, just answering that insult. The nights when you make camp are absolute pitch dark. And when you light a fire, so the kids can, find some comfort and go to sleep in a decent sort of atmosphere. This pitch dark night doesn't even recede too far, And the frail light of those campfire just hits those wall of cobwebs. And on top of that, there are swarms of moths. Moths?
Moths.
Moths. But huge. In black and grey with red dots. Just annoying critters going all around, creeping around. It's Mirkwood. And on top of that, you have those eyes. During the day as well, you can see them. Or what you remember is supposed to be the day. This twilight. You see those reflections. Green, red, yellow eyes. And you blink and off. They're gone. And they appear somewhere else. And they are not just like wolf eyes, or some of them could possibly be or bird or all eyes. Some of them are like bulbous, enormous, multifaceted. Mirkwood proper. This night you've made camp. And you arrived actually, there is a stream there. It looks clear. The water looks okay. And there is a little clearing, a little glade, right on the edge of the elf path. Camping there would mean possibly, no issues. The kids are exhausted. Even the ponies seems, exhausted as well. The kids are like, can I go there? Can I go? Can I rest in the grass? There is normal grass in there. Elaris, roll a lore, please. Which you can re-roll if you want to, but that wouldn't be such a big deal.
Is it possible for me to offer him a little bit of assistance?
If you spend helping, the mechanic in this game is you spend the whole point.
I spend the whole point.
Yeah, so he gains a +1. So is it better for him to spend it and re-roll thanks to Irime? Or you, because it's a lore. Irime gives you a reroll on lore when you spend the fellowship. You're still at 4. You at 4 on fellowship. You can help if you want. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. So you get an assist in the pop-out window. When you click on roll, you will see that you have an option.
Hope point or support from a companion.
Support from a companion. Yeah. You click on that and then you roll. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have to click on that. No. Oh, I clicked on inspired. It came up. Shall I click on the inspired, or it doesn't matter?
No, not inspired. Just support from a companion.
Well, when I clicked on support from a companion, then
don't click on inspired. No. But something. It's interesting. Yeah, but because it's inspired in case he's your fellowship focus. Yeah, there's that as well. If you give support to your fellowship focus, then you give him 2 dice. Because there is only the two of you. I think you're respectively fellowship focus. So so click on inspired then. So good one, Rocco. Yeah. Tricky. That's nice. Yeah.
Little advantage for the smaller group.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just what I thought. Yeah. This is an elf clearing. This place this place was used as a sort of like a feast hall, an open air feast hall from the elves. Although it seems that it's been years since anyone gathered there to dance, and sing. That place somehow looks decent enough to camp for the night, and it's right next to the path. And night is falling, and there is clear water. There is a little stream.
Let us camp here at this elvish site.
I best we take advantage of whatever we're given.
Some solace in this dark wood.
Very well.
Can he let this gift pass?
Say again?
Can I let this gift pass?
No.
So you said camp?
Yep.
Yes, we camp here.
The kids go towards the stream. They kneel before it and they're like, "Can we drink? It looks good. It's not black like all the other little stream we've seen so far.
Let me taste it first. And so he cups and takes a drink.
It's perfectly fine. It tastes awesome."
Okay, then I nod to the kids.
They jump in the water. They're just like, water, clear water. They play in the stream and they splash, and they're having a moment of reprieve. Irime walks, helps with making the fire. She's pretty helpful. She's not just like a little princess, she's there doing her part, giving a hand, chatting as best she can, Everybody is, of course, mostly, whispering in those woods. But it seems that you found a good spot. And about an hour later, night falls. Everyone has gathered around the fire. Belgor, the 6 ponies. How did you name your ponies, Holden?
Not yet. I'll figure it out next time. I need to find something entertaining to name them.
Sure. The kids fall asleep quickly. Irime takes first guard, and she goes into her meditative sort of trance. For the elves don't need to sleep as such, but just to rest and for a moment to let their organism just sink a bit, reconnect with Arda, but they don't go inconscient exactly. They're still sort of aware, but more like as if they were meditating. So she goes lay down, but you know that she is not sleeping as such. Who takes the next turn? Watch.
That would be Holden.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Holden, it's your turn. Irime lets you She invites you near the fire. Where's Elaris? At the fire as well?
Well,
meditating. What are you doing?
Meditating. I think they can sleep a bit, right? But to get more rest. But yes, he will be close to the fire.
Hmm.
And we'll probably take the last watch, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Are you, Holden? She goes, Irime. What a trip.
Sorry, say that again?
What a trip.
Indeed. This is my first time passing through this area, and don't reckon I'd like to do so again. Not this way. I'd rather go the long way around to the north and risk the orcs.
I know, right? Well, this used to be something else. We called that forest Greenwood the Great. Back in the days, and for a reason. This used to be a magnificent place. Biggest forest of them all. Most ancient. First elf settled here long ago. Before the others left for Beleriand and ended up in Doriath, the forest of Region. How would you pronounce region, the forest region? Region? Region?
Region.
Region. Yeah. I like it. Ah, Region. Yet that was something else. Even Greenwood the Great would not compare to that forest. But it is no more. I would sail over Region. Such an irony. The gods give and take as they please. We comply, we trust. For they know. They know the harmony, the balance. And there are those secret patterns that we try to decipher. Melian. Where have you been, Melian? She goes into this melancholy. She kind of like recedes inside herself, repeating this name. Where have you been? What have you become, Melian? Will I see you there? A moment passes. Baldur the merchant, wakes up. What? I'm gonna take the watch. I can't sleep. I need a drink. He goes, stands up, stretches, goes towards the stream. Take a sip. And you see him suddenly freeze. And he looks around like that. He says, Melgo? Melgo? Where are you going? Melgo! And he takes off, shoots off in the dark. Straight in a random direction in the forest. Shouting after his son, who is sleeping nicely near the fire, or what's left of it. What do you do?
Yeah, Holden would run after him right away. Probably pull out a lantern and light it.
Okay. The man just took off so suddenly, and so quickly, and you can still hear his voice. It's so dense in there. Trees, lichens, bushes, brambles, thorns, and the cobwebs.
Elaris is aroused at this point and just goes a little into the forest to make sure he can keep an eye to see how far.
You don't see far. You can't see far. You just see steps. You just see his tracks.
I'm really just keeping an eye on Holden.
Holden, do you go after him? You've raised the lantern or torch, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Lantern. I have a lantern.
Okay, so you've raised your lantern at the at the edge of the clearing, just on the other side of this little stream. You see his steps for a couple of meters, and then just another tree, and just those trees are just like as if just like in a movie, you know, they're like it closes in, you know. You hear a faint echo of his voice still. He's looking for his son somewhere there. What do you guys do?
As Holden has gone further into the wood with his lantern, I'm just staying close to the clearing at this stage, just making sure that Holden doesn't get further or doesn't get lost out there.
Okay. Irime is startled. She stands up. She approaches Holden and looks into this vortex of gnarling trees and bent boughs and lichens and ivies. He has been taken? Did he have a vision? What happened?
He ran off, shouting after his son.
Oh my God. By the light of Arda. We cannot let that happen. It's impossible. We cannot do that. His son is just there. Cannot have him wake up, discover that we let that happen, abandon his dad to the forest.
Best we find them then, and then without waiting, Holden steps further into the woods with his lantern raised, just scanning to see if he can see him, or what he can see.
Okay. Irime goes, I'll take care of the rest. I'll take care of the group and protect the children.
I'll go with Holden.
May the light of Arda protects you. Take the lantern. Take the lamp.
Yes. I raised the blue light of the lamp.
It shines. Because it lights at will, huh? Just the last little detail. It's not like or just like it just like poof. It is suddenly like, poof. And it goes the trees goes something in the forest just go like you hear loads of creatures and you see mosses flying away, getting trapped in the cobwebs. As you engage, follow the tracks of Merchant Baldur. Alors, it's gonna be a little hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Who's rolling? Holden, you opening the way? Or I know the hunter, better hunter would be. So go.
Can it be awareness?
No, this is gonna be a hunting. When you're looking for tracks, clues, just basically tracking someone, going after something. Awareness, just to so you know, awareness is about things that you're not looking for. You're not supposed to be aware. It's about not to be startled or surprised or ambushed. It's like if I ask roll an awareness, that means that there may be something that you were not aware of that you missed, or you may be ambushed or something. Hunting is where you're actually looking for clues of the nature of your tracking. Scan is when you're trying to look for details, or yeah. And explore is like when you're exploring an area, when you're trying to understand the geography of a certain location. You look, for example, you look for a cave under the hill. That would be an explore. All right. So hunting, yeah, minus one. It's pretty dark. Well, you have the lamp that let's say that compensate.
Could I use a hope? It seems important.
Okay. Magical success. Holden, you've lost track of. You don't see any more. You don't know how he does it, but he does it. He's following something. You don't know. Those tracks. Somehow you see. Is this forest? Because just as he stepped out of this glade, he was walking inside like deep layered mosses and piles of leaves. He was just going through cobwebs. It was super easy to see his tracks. But something happened after like 50 meters away or something. There was no trace of him. But somehow this elf knows where he's going. And yeah, you see little hints. See little hints here and there, but as if the forest had moved already. But Elaris finds the Baldor's tracks. So at some point anyway, still this light and the gleam of it giving you this sense of being protected. You see that at the edge of this halo of light, of blue haze, just the myriads of spiders, black and red, and moths, gray, and just myriads of critters are just on the edge, just edging this halo of of Varda's kindness. And
can we?
At this point, you've really lost track of it. Something as if he was gone. You followed something, you had your hints, but poof, he vanished. No trace of the guy.
If we have gone a long way from the clearing, I will leave some marks on the trees so that we can find our way back more easily.
Okay. Very good.
So we've come to a spot where he just disappears. Even with my magical success, the trail runs out.
Yeah, and the trail runs out. Yeah, there's no more tracking. Roll a reader. Any of you, one of you.
Maybe
roll a riddle.
Yeah.
Just straight riddle.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, auto success Gandalf is with you.
Nice.
The color of the dice to go perfectly with the background. You look around. All you see at this point, weirdly enough, is cobwebs. Weirdly enough, it's Mirkwood. There is even more than the beginning of the track, at least. And you look up, and you see like this kind of like, there are sort of like bridges hanging, stretched cobwebs between going from tree to tree. And they form like some kind of network, like a path.
So I nudge Elaris and I point upwards.
Yeah.
So when you say a path through the trees,
it's like you have these threads going like from one bough to the next.
Okay. So Elaris is familiar with the work of spiders. Is that looking like the work of spiders?
Yeah, definitely. Those paths, they run only to one. Usually they run to one. They run to the lair. They stretch out from the lair and back. Yeah, they're like highways for the spiders.
So looking above, can we work towards the center of the web?
Yes, it takes you yet another bit. As you look back,
can I roll a stealth? Sorry.
Yeah. No, what do you want to do?
Can I roll a stealth, just to be as stealthy as possible?
Sure.
Roll?
Sure, I expect the two of you to do your best at this point, not to be too... you shout. I wasn't imagining you shouting, Baldo! Baldo! Come back!
No.
It's not funny!
So a stealth roll is appropriate?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. You know that everything sees you here. No? But if you make something like a great single success would do.
Good.
When you make a great success, an extra 6, or an extraordinary success, an extra 2, 6, or even more, they're called extra successes, and you can bank them to, for example, give them to another player, or just add yourself an extra die for the next roll or something like that. What do you do? Stealthily.
Just, I think we stealthily follow underneath the web
pathways
towards the center.
Yeah.
An elf and a dwarf creeping beneath the eaves.
As you do so, at some point, you're possibly, I don't know, half a mile already away. It's been too long. But this highway, spider web, leads you to see more and more of it, sort of like joining and leading you into now what looks like an opening, a clearing, surrounded by walls of cobwebs, basically. All the trees all around. It's like a cove, a bowl, a hollow of spider cobwebs, all thread together. And in this glade, there is a rune, an ancient crumbled tower, a round tower, possibly I don't know, 25 feet high or something like that. 30 feet high. 30 feet, yeah, that's 10 meters. Yeah, 9 meters. Pretty high. Half of it is like crumbled, but there's still like a spiraling staircase. It somehow managed to stay in, in shape. And this tower in there is there. You see the blue light, and as you enter the glade, this blue light beams through this tapestry of cobwebs with this tower in the middle. And to a couple meters away from this tower, there's the remains of what used to be possibly a keep or something, a wall, a keep that has fallen in on itself, and there is just this L shape of the wall just the corner of one of the corner of that keep held up, and that forms this L cornered L wall, L-shaped wall, possibly like 20 feet away from the tower. Between the tower and that corner, what's left of that corner, pretty high as well, almost as high as the tower. Between those two run a series of cobwebs, forming some kind of bridge. And coved up high in the corner of this wall, hanging there, you see it immediately. The light really shines, and these cobwebs are bright white, and you see this sack. How do you call it? How would you say in English? Like just shaking, a bag, cobwebbed, and you hear from there. Seems Baldur had been captured by spider, wrapped up,
still,
and he's hanging there,
still high above us.
Yeah, in the corner of this wall.
Maybe Holden, you could take the stairway, and I could cover you with the bow.
All right, let's do that. And Holden immediately stomps forward, his shield and his axe at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep my eye out for any spiders.
I made a crude drawing quickly. Just so you have just. It's not like just we don't care. It's just the crudest drawing. So you have the round tower. Further away, like 20 feet away from the tower, there's this crumbled corner of a wall, quite high as well. Between the two, there's this bridge. The whole thing is it's a tapestry of cobwebs, yeah. And the bundle, hanging bundle, is over there, yeah. You both see that, yeah? This little map.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can hit the tether that's holding him up, I can catch him when he falls.
That would be maybe too much for an arrow to.
Yeah, there's loads of it's alien style webbing. It's like slimy, sticky, Mirkwood spider style webbing. So there are basically two ways to what.
Well, I was thinking the stairway, but now it looks difficult for.
You could use the bridge, the cobweb bridge, from the tower. Go across the cobweb to free him, or climb the wall and get closer straight to him.
How easy would the climbing the wall be, do you think?
Pretty challenging. Basically, both the crossing the cobweb. Well, you climb the tower, the spiraling stairs. It's fine. Crossing the bridge could be adventurous. Also, stepping on the cobweb, that makes it throbbing, vibrating, sending signals. So that would require some stealth. Climbing the wall, it's athletics. Just to name it for what it is. Climbing the wall option is an endeavor of 3. So you need 3 successes. And going past atop the cobweb, it's a stealth. And
do you have a grappling hook and rope, Holden, or no?
Been reading my mind, lad. Have been right here.
Because if we could throw that and then pull him down, that would be quicker than lurching across that spidery bridge, and climbing that wall is not a good idea, I think.
So a 30 feet fall is a grievous source of injury, which means an ill-favored loss of endurance. Ill-favored D12 loss of endurance.
For Baldur, if he was to fall.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be protected by the web beneath and a little bit. Is he pretty much hanging suspended? We could make a soft landing for him below, but this will all take time.
Yeah, you see the bundle is going like he was like kind of like, and now he's going.
Maybe poisoned as well.
Probably running out of air. We'd better act fast. I'll do the grappling hook.
Yeah, I think the grappling hook, because if we pull him down, he'll actually, as the web extends down, he will get closer to the ground before he actually was falling, hopefully. Chopping him from the top would drop him to the bottom, which would be even. So I think the grappling hook makes a lot of sense.
So you're trying to pull the whole thing down and stretch the cobweb?
Well, once we get a good grip on it.
Right. Okay, let's try that. Well, but I guess that will be an athletic too, yeah? Athletics. Yeah. That will be, let's say that the same, that there's no risk for you to fall down, but there's a risk for him to fall down. But lower and lower as you manage your successes. Yeah, so that will be a skill endeavor of 3. So you need 3 successes. And yeah, I'm not telling you the time limit.
Okay.
And meanwhile, I will just have my bow at the ready, and I will definitely be ready to.
And the lamp at your belt, I imagine.
Definitely, because that will be very useful against these spiders.
Does that give me support from a companion, technically?
No.
Um,
No.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll just make the roll. I'll make the roll using my the rope with a +1. Oh, the dice hate me.
Okay. First, you grab the web, but you just catch the wrong spot, and it just stretch a bit of web. It doesn't help the bundle and Baldur to lower. It doesn't lower anyone. Just a bit of web, just yeah, and it's teared off.
Okay, I'll try again. This time spending a bit of hope.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, you hit your hook hit right at the node where the bundle is attached and hanging from, and you start to pull. It's just unbelievably strong. It's just not the average cobweb. It's this slimy rope of tangled organic slimy matter. It looks it's super tough. You have to pull to give everything you can to bring it down. He's now just out of reach. Like if you could jump, you could Elaris could, if Elaris could jump, you could touch him, you know.
Okay.
But he's just out of that reach. You still need one success to bring him down. He's a bit more than 3 meters up.
Help me with this rope, if you could.
I will put the bow aside, sadly, for a moment, and pull.
At the very moment you put your bow down, from the tower, under the bridge, in the corner of the wall, around the clearing, all sorts of shapes start to animate themselves, and all sorts of motions, just shadows out of the shadow, just appearing out of nowhere. You see legs unraveling themselves, and as they have been triggered by the throbbing of the cobwebs, and they start to crawl down in and around you, inside the glade, and in your direction, the both of you.
With one hand, I raise the lamp and shine its blue light as the light of Arda. My eyes flashing.
Cool. And they go. They stagger for half a second. Roll again, Holden. Do you keep pulling?
I keep pulling, yeah.
And I have one arm pulling.
Oh yeah, okay. You have the lamp. The bow is up.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, it's a
yeah, we'll have to re-roll that then.
Okay.
Because I didn't include the
help.
support from a companion.
Yeah. So
okay. Does that make that makes me inspired, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. There you go. Definitely need a re-roll.
No!
Dice don't like me.
And for the good news, oh my god, what's happening to my? Sorry. There's something else. There's this. You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
That's eye awareness.
Uh-oh.
When you roll an Eye of Sauron on a skill roll, exclusively on a skill roll, yeah, No, everything that's not combat. That means the Eye of Sauron takes notice.
Okay.
So as you pulled, you gave everything you had. The lamp is shining. You have this bright light in Mirkwood. Central Mirkwood, someone lights something, a magic lamp of Arda. Something happens. The spiders suddenly they were staggered, but they are moved.
Could I know it's a little rude, but could I leap upon Holden's shoulders as he's down, pulling that, he's down, crouching, pulling, and I will step lightly, elfish style, one lamp in one hand and my family dagger in the other. And can I reach to cut? Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Go. Make an athletics roll.
Okay.
You've spent your point of hope, yeah? You remember that? To assist Holden. Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't that a fellowship point? No.
A hope point. To assist, it's a hope point.
Oh, so I'm down to 9 now. Yeah. So I'll I think I can just do this. Let's just hope for good dice on this one, right? Is there any?
I like the idea. I think it's not. Roll an extra die. I'll give you a +1.
Oh.
Because you step step on Holden and you have this kind of motion.
Extra d6.
Okay,
after that, they attack.
They did pause in the light though, for a moment, didn't they?
Just roll 1d6 from the bottom roller.
One extra?
Yeah. No, just one. Oh, you rerolled everything? Okay, good. Okay. Success. Okay. In a lump, Baldur, you hear a grunt, and nothing more. You don't really have the time to, assess his health state, but the spiders are on you. Something happened at that moment when you picked up 1 point of eye awareness, and you rolled this Eye of Sauron. The spider were staggered by the light. Technically, so those spiders are Atocop. They don't have the Denizen of the Dark spell ability, which is a pretty mighty ability to have all attack rolls favored. It's something that you see on potent, present adversaries. Those Ertocops, they're like the goblin equivalent of spiders. They're not giant spiders. They're not hunter spiders. They're the troopers. They're your basic troopers, and they usually come in numbers and have strength in number. There will be 2 of them for each of you, and we'll see what happens. So let me get rid of that. Here we go. We have 15 minutes to get rid of 4 Autocops. We can do it. So we have Elaris and Holden. So that's where we're going to check, to look for the first time together at combat stances, possible combat tasks, and possibly battle rules to create our advantages. So you can forego a main action to try and create an advantage for yourself by rolling a battle roll. If you succeed, you have a bonus die on your next attack. If you make a great success, your bonus die is for the whole of the combat. Creating an advantage means getting a better vantage point, trick them in a corner, being creative with the lay of the land, or whatnot. Combat tasks, you have intimidate foes if you're in forward stance. You have rally comrade if you're in open stance. Protect ally, I think, if you're in defensive. Are you too familiar with combat stances?
We have a good, decent idea.
General idea, yeah. But with one person in forward stance, I could still be shooting from rearward, or?
At this point, technically no, because to be in rearward, you need two other heroes to protect you.
Okay.
So you won't be able to be in rearward if you're facing, if you're engaged, if your fellowship is engaged in close combat. Just the two of you wouldn't do it. You would need a third companion to protect your,
Would you allow the skirmish stance from Strider mode?
No, I didn't study it, and I'm not interested in more. I want to first master, harvest master, whatever we have here already.
Okay.
And
then
to be in rearward, on top of needing two for one in rearward, you need no more than twice the enemy. So you'd be good if there was a third companion. But in that case, you cannot pick your bow and stay in rearward and be fine. I can still allow for an opening volley. So right before they are on you, you have a split second to just lose an arrow, and then unsheath your sword.
Okay.
So let me. So here you go in combat encounters. So in opening volley. So what's nice to, well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. All the results will be there. I just need to have that here. So you can lose an arrow on them, Elaris, and right after that,
throw my spear.
There will be and a spear. Good.
Mm-hmm. I
Good.
can throw my spear.
Let's go, guys. Roll both of you. I know you click on the weapon, and it needs to be equipped, and it needs to be the only thing equipped, the only weapon equipped. Elaris, okay. I'm afraid the spear might be lost. No, it's not going to be lost. Had you roll an Eye of Sauron, I would have it just gone.
No worries.
It just lands somewhere past them in the darkness. Elaris hits. How did you manage that? You targeted. I see. You have it targeted.
I did target one. Yeah.
Short speed versus Attercop. You both targeted the same. I just see one.
Yeah,
one,
we did.
That's
we targeted the same.
I see only one dot on the.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, we went to the top one, top dog.
Did you read the rules for combat? Did anyone know? Do you know what your weapon stats mean?
Yeah, but not. I don't have it memorized.
So when you hit, you always inflict a certain amount of damage. That's the base damage, and as long as you hit, that's what they take. It doesn't necessarily mean, for example, that you crush through their armor, but just the shock, or may have, the strike is enough to, to inflict damage. So in that case, this attack up took 3 points of damage. So I'm going to apply that. And on top of that, we have a 9 because it's a keen bow. So it's on 9, 10s, and Gandalfs. You do what they... Owen, am I speaking Chinese? Or do you know that already? Or is it new what I'm saying? The piercing blows. Piercing blows.
Not exactly, but I'm getting familiar.
There are 2 ways to get rid of an enemy. You either wither it down through endurance losses, so you inflict damage on it, or you pierce his armor. And you have
inflict a wound.
You make a piercing blow if you roll a Gandalf or a 10, or a 9, 10, and a Gandalf on a keen bow, on a keen weapon. So you roll the 9. So you roll the piercing blow. The piercing blow means they have to roll for protection. They have to roll for their armor. If they fail their armor, they are wounded. They are enemy with a might of 1. They're dead out straight. If it's you, for example, if they attack you and they make a piercing blow and you fail your armor, you're considered wounded. If you're wounded twice, you're dead. So you basically you have 2 points of might compared to certain other adversary. These guys have only 1. So now I'm going to roll for its armor. Your bow has a TN of 14. Let's see what happens. It's wounded. It died. How did you kill it? You had a split second to lose an arrow before the thing, just springs on its legs and it's midair, like it's midair about to grab you.
No, I managed to get my bow back to its full force and send the arrow right into its myriad patch of eyes.
Brilliant. The arrow just goes straight past it through this chitinous substance, and its skull explodes, and it lands behind you as you duck below it. That's it. They're on you. In that game, player heroes always have the initiative, so you always act first. And now that we've passed the opening volley, we go into combat proper. So that's when you pick your stance. So to pick your stance, you go right-click on your token and select to the left of it in the 4 little icons. Top one is forward, open, defensive, and the bottom one is rearward. So no rearward allowed. You can pick... So forward stance means +1 to attack, but -1, +1 for them as well to attack you. Defensive means -1 to attack and -1 per adversary who attack you, and +1 for them, -1 for them to attack. And open means basically nothing special. So if you want to quickly get rid of them, you go in open. If you want to go easy, you not open. I said forward. Yeah, if you want to be bold. Good. Let's go. Then we go. It's by stance. Forward attacks first, then open, then defensive.
Let's see that X.
Let's go. Swing.
Okay. Holden.
So you have targeted this. So this guy is no more.
Which one is dead? Yeah. Okay.
This gun
So I'll
is no
target the
more.
new one.
Yeah.
So Holden tosses his shield aside and comes at the spider with his axe in 2 hands.
Woohoo. Okay. Equipped. Very good. Okay.
Yeah. That's actually the reason why I chose that axe in particular, because it allows me a lot of flexibility with the load of my character during combat.
I love it. Yeah, I can dig that. Oh
my god.
Damn,
the dice
bad
hate
roll.
me today.
Ah, fuck.
Oof.
Okay, those as you see, there's another spider circling around and going for Elaris, and to your right, 2 of them are just crawling, just as if they were like just trying to make one with the ground and just crawling from below you. And you try to slash one of them, and they split, and you cut a leg. You know, you just cut one of them legs, but that basically has no effect. They have how many legs? Yeah, 7 more. So good luck. Good luck with that. So you were targeting this one, Elaris. You can already target your next. Your next adversary.
I think did I do that? I tried to.
You hover over.
Yeah, no.
And press T.
I thought I had.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that before, but.
And me,
I'll.
Okay, so this one will try to web you. She doesn't go and try to sting you with her long fangs. But she just.
I still haven't done my sword. Sorry.
Yeah, Elaris hasn't had its turn.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I was so into.
Okay.
Let's kill them. Session 1. Let's kill them all. Oh no! Come on.
Oh man.
Had you had I know it would have been a failure. 1 away. 14 out of 15. TN of 15. Okay, too bad.
Yep.
So, this thing was charging at you. You just prepared, for the you had it figured out. You slashed just as she was about to jump, on you, but she didn't jump. She raised on her back legs, on her hind legs, and started to spit like this slimy web onto you. So you expected her to charge fully, but she tricked you. And she's about to try and web you. Let's see what this ability does. Okay, she fails. You duck down. This slimy substance flies over you, and that's it. Now.
Sorry to check again. The forest, being in the forest is no advantage for me here.
Hey. No, it's only spending hope to make it a magical success. Yes, that's what it's about. Yep.
Thank you.
Same with Holden. One will try to web you, and the other one will come from the other side. Let's go. What is going on? You went forward. Okay. Ooh! She nearly did it. The next one will try to sting you, and she does with a great success. It is not a piercing blow, though, so she can. She'll do a heavy blow, and my boy, you'll take only 5 damage.
He doesn't roll for his armor.
No, because it's not a piercing blow.
Only for piercing blows.
As long as you hit home, it does damage, but you need a piercing blow to wound properly. And you wound only if you pass. So that thing with a missing leg didn't take a liking at you, and yeah, she just bit your calf. Had you been wounded, you would be poisoned as well, and that would be pretty fucking nasty. Sorry to say, but I wouldn't like you to be poisoned at this point in the campaign.
Yeah. No, I'd imagine that would hurt.
Yeah. Right. That's it. Holden, go.
Okay. He takes another swing at the.
Did I forget the other? Attends.
No, you
No, that
didn't.
was
Ah, no, she missed you with
That
her
was 3.
web. Yeah, same story
Yeah.
with the web. You managed to duck under the slime, flying slime. You can attack.
Continues to press into the spider in front of him, and then takes another whack at it.
Let's go. Okay, awesome. Love it. So this is a great success. A piercing blow with okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't even need to roll protection. Fine. 13 points of damage is enough to get rid of it. And if I was to roll for protection, it's again she has to beat a TN of 20. So even a troll would have problems with that. Anyone would have big problems. She would need 6. Yeah, anyway. So how do we say farewell? In Dwarven, talking to spiders, how does that look? She's gone.
You just both hands just up and then down and spray of ichor everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, and she's
He's got spider guts
like a
hanging
log
from
of
his
timber.
It's like an eyeball.
Yeah, through the eyeball. Fuck. 1 down, 2 to go. Elaris?
Don't mess with our wine merchant. Okay.
Yeah, don't miss it with our wine merchant. Elaris, you unsheathed your saber or your elven sword. This thing is tricky. This one dances around you. You slash 2 of her forward legs, but it doesn't seem to bother, and it retaliates. Yeah, it's going to try and get a little taste of you. Ooh, I nearly saw the Gandalf there. It was nearly a piercing blow. Although I could have. Oh shit! No, okay. My bad. I took it already. I could have used a pierce there and make it a piercing blow.
Oh no!
But I missed it. My bad. Okay, I could have really been nasty there. So you take. I'm going to apply the 5 damage to Elaris. It's done.
Okay.
She takes a bite at your thigh, and enjoy. It's just these fangs. I don't know, those fangs. They must be I don't know. Half a foot. It doesn't go all the way down, but and you feel this kind of like liquid pouring into your system. You take off your thigh and kick the beast away. The other one attempts the same on Holden, and yes, she.
Oh no!
But this is supposed to be a piercing blow, but I don't think the game. I've not managed to. Normally, the Gandalfs for enemies are auto failure, and Sauron eyes are auto success. But in this implementation, this system, it doesn't. It works the normal way. So, you take 5 damage, Holden, as this spider bites at your ankle. and it seems it's not letting you go. You have to kick it again to give space to your axe to swing round and back at it. Attack when you want.
Okay, so Holden kicks the spider off of his leg, and then turns his attention towards the spider that's bugging Elaris. Pun intended.
Okay.
And it just runs up to it and
Genius.
takes a swipe.
Oh, that was too ambitious. You miscalculated the distance, and you just you swing in the air. That thing is very dancey, and although it didn't really realize that you were about to slash open its belly, it moved at the wrong time. Elaris.
All right, I will attack again with my sword. Come on now.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's a piercing blow. So you can choose. You see on the pop out window, you have the option. You have the option to pick pierce. You cannot do a pierce with an axe, but you can do a pierce plus with a sword, a bow, or a spear. A pierce gives you a bonus to your feat die, the 12-sided die. If you, for example, you had rolled a 9 on your feet die and missed your piercing blow, then you pick the special attack pierce, and that turns your 9 into a 10 and your strike into a piercing blow. In that case, you already have a 10, so you're already piercing, making a piercing blow.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do for you is to make a heavy blow.
A heavy blow, okay. Yeah, that's what it gave me actually to begin with.
So you pick heavy blow, and you scroll down this she takes 9 damage. She's out. And even if she wasn't, she would have been wounded and removed from history. This one is gone. Those things, I don't think they compute too much. So I'll have this one fight to its death. We are not going to roll. We're already over time. She'll be redeemed into darkness. You guys, we'll open the session next time. At this moment, I think after the combat, this moment has settled. We'll open next session by see what's happening with Baldur in his little cocoon. Thank you.
Hey, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run today.
Okay.
Yeah, unless there's anything else.
No, we're good. No, I don't want to hold you longer. We already over time, so no worries. My bad. I'm sorry. I was trying to. It's always the same.
It's all good. We're just 8 minutes over time. It's fine. But I have to go too. So I'll catch you guys next time.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, me too. Hey, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks. Have a good week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Bye.